Get ready for the future of fashion. We're all about local success stories today on The Express. On today's show, hot new looks from Kwantlen's fashion design program.
The collections are so unique. They're so distinctive for each student.
The key to a cold one at Surrey's Brewing experience.
And I've sealed my very first can of beer.
It was little detail, but to me it was very thought.
Small acts with big impacts on the North Shore.
It really doesn't take very much action. It doesn't take a huge effort.
I love it, the one shoulder flowers.
Couture creations at Isabel's Bridal.
You look really good.
See that and more local expression. Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna Ward at the River Rock in Richmond. Today, the 2011 class from the Kwantlen Fashion Design and Technology program is graduating on the runway. So let's start the show with a cheers. But instead of popping a little bubbly, how about cheersing with a nice cold beer? At Surrey's Brewing experience, you get to be the brewmaster.
It's the world's most popular alcohol, and it starts out looking like this. Beer is easy to make if you have the right recipe and the right equipment, and that's where the brewing experience in Surrey can help.
Making beer is a process that takes you about an hour and a half.
I'm making what we call a can-do special, which is similar to a Labatt's Blue, and I'm making a Looney Lager.
The ingredients for beer are simple.
Depending on the type of beer that you make, they all have some grain content, barley in them.
These hops will go in once the kettles start to boil. This is what gives the beer the bitter taste. It's fun to be able to work with the recipes, to be able to modify them, to add some extra grains, to take some grains away. Creates a different flavor.
With recipe in hand, Don can custom make his beer. And once it's removed from the boiler, he just adds yeast. The brewing experience will ferment, carbonate, and filter the beer. So I think we've reached possibly the best part of this whole process, and that's bottling the beer.
That is the most fun part, yeah.
How does it work?
Glass is the most environmentally sustainable. This particular bottle is similar to a Grolsch bottle. It's very thick and it's very strong.
You can also put your beer in plastic bottles or cans. Now, I have always wondered how they get the beer in the can. How does it work?
It's a mystery. What happens here is the beer is poured off from a tap into the can. You get a lid, put it on the top, put it into the canning machine.
And then I push down?
It seals and locks. And there's your can.
And that's it, push up.
And you're good to go.
And I've sealed my very first can of beer. At under $1 a can, there are lots of reasons you brews like this one are popular with beer lovers.
You get 48 liters, which is roughly 12 dozen beer.
The brewing experience can make 70 different kinds of beers, ciders, and wines. And after 11 years, John says he still loves being in the booze business.
They're happy. They're getting something they can take home, they're going to enjoy. So generally everybody's in a good mood, so it keeps us in a good mood too.
I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Surrey for The Express.
At Surrey's Brewing experience, you can customize. So if your favorite brand is Corona, you can request a batch similar to that. But right now, forget the copycats and let's go for some one-of-a-kinds. Prepare to be wowed. This is the graduating class from the Kwantlen Fashion Design and Technology program 2011.
I just love kids wear. My line is called Candy Coated. I have 3 pieces, 2 bikinis and 1 one-piece. Everything has a swim bolero on top to protect from the sun because my line's UV protective swimwear. I just wanted to bring in all sorts of prints and make it work. I fell into kids wear just by fluke and it's really a lot of fun. You can basically do whatever you want.
The students take their 4th year, and right from September they work through their niche market concept, trying to match their personal aesthetic with a market that they would be able to sell to, because it's really a business as well as a design journey.
So my line is Malone Outfitters, and it's a technical outerwear jacket line for those women involved in falconry. It's sort of a modern take now on traditional hunting, British-styled inspired clothing, similar to Filson's. So we have a lot of wax cottons, lots of small technical details that you wouldn't even be able to see in the garments, but are involved on the inside for those in falconry and those who are just in the outdoors alone.
So you're graduating, which is super exciting. We're expecting you to go forward in the fashion design world, but maybe you're going to go into falconry. You're so excited.
You know, it's amazing. And, you know, I tried it out for practical research. It was a lot of fun, but I'm going to stick with the fashion industry.
So we have a 95% to 100% employment rate every single season, so it's exciting.
What I've created is something kind of a little bit fashion forward, great quality, just I think what men want to wear, I hope. So everything's kind of mixed. My inspiration was sort of back road, country, kind of cabin style. So it's really cozy and kind of snuggly. 4-year program, congratulations. And I think you're definitely going out with a bang, hey? Especially on that runway.
Oh yeah.
Fun to work with male models.
There's benefits, yeah.
To see it finally on the runway is so exciting because the collections are so unique, they're so distinctive for each student, and they're really personally meaningful for each student. So it's really quite nice to see their work finally go down the runway.
This is such an exciting day for these grads, and later we're going to talk to another grad who's also a familiar face on the Vancouver fashion scene. But right now we're going to take you behind the lens for a lesson on small acts with big impacts.
So thank you to all of those folks at North Shore Multicultural Society.
A crowd has gathered in North Vancouver for the launch of the North Shore Welcoming Action Committee's Small Acts, Big Impacts video projects. The videos, sponsored by Shaw Multicultural Channel, give examples of how Canadians can be more welcoming to new immigrants.
It really doesn't take very much action. It doesn't take a huge effort to make individuals new to the community feel more connected or feel a sense of belonging.
One person who knows that is Iman, who arrived in Canada in 2009 from Iran.
When we came here, we had no family, no friends in Vancouver, and we just started from nothing.
But it was a neighbor who reached out to him.
And she brought an apple pie to our home. It was warm apple pie. We knocked on the door, we opened the door, and she says, "Hey, hi, I just came to say hello."
Iman's story is nothing new. The North Shore Welcoming Action Committee recognizes the importance of individual actions when it comes to welcoming newcomers at home and in the workplace.
The community as a whole can't take care of all the immigrants that come in, and we can't expect that the government and its programs will do it. It is really and truly individuals. And you and I know that. We know the role that our friends play and our families play, and try to imagine your life within your own community if those things weren't in place.
How do you pronounce your name so we say it correctly? That was very nice. It was a little detail, but to me it was very thought.
I was just amazed. I think they're extremely well done, and it's an accurate reflection of the challenges that immigrants face in our community. And they're bringing jobs in terms of workers for our community. They're bringing a tremendous amount of experiences, and quite frankly, they make our community a better place.
Community is built on individual, one-by-one interactions. That's community, and we know that in our hearts, we know that in our souls.
The videos are airing twice a day on Shaw TV and Shaw Multicultural Channel. I'm Erin Shaw in North Vancouver for The Express.
You can go to the website northshorewac.ca for more on the committee. You can also watch for the videos right here on Shaw TV Channel 4 and on our Shaw Multicultural channel. You're watching The Express, and we have more on the fashion of fashion up next. After the break, the dress. Because those jackets are hot. The sexy jackets of S. McLaughlin. You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.
Training tips are brought to you by Team Diabetes.
More than 9 million Canadians are living with diabetes, including my older sister. She was diagnosed with type 1 when she was just 3 years old. I want to find a cure. She's my inspiration to run a half marathon in Iceland with Team Diabetes. The only problem is, I hate running.
In the sport conditioning world, we talk about how the arms are drivers of the legs.
Arming your assets. So I have to buy some tickets to the gun show?
Your show or my show? So every time we drive our left arm, the same side leg is driven into extension, which fires our glute or butt muscles.
Get it? You've got your arms and your assets.
We have muscles that run in connection from right shoulder to left hip and left shoulder to right hip all the way down to our ankles.
This actually feels really good, even though I know I look really ridiculous.
And the Core-X sort of mimics those patterns and allows us to use those muscles efficiently. Awesome. So do you feel coordinated now?
Coordinated, I sure do, and I can still even give you the drum roll.
I'll be here all week. Good. Drive the arms, drop and decelerate, wake up those leg muscles.
As I keep arming my assets, Chad leaves us with one final thought.
I didn't get these arms from running.
To donate or sign up, go to teamdiabetes.ca. For Shaw TV, I'm Johanna Ward.